What's up, gang? It's your scaly host King Rex here with the conclusion to Axel's Rocket Adventure. The battle may be over, but there still is one final encore left to this story. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the conclusion to Nightriders Battle of the Bands Part 10.
It was a warm, sunny day in Beach City as Flameheart exited the outdoor amphitheater in the park. The show had proved to be more than a success as the cheering fans and the sold-out audience demanded an encore. "Looks like they're still not satisfied yet," Lucinda said. She took a sip from her energy drink. "You gals did a great job," Axel said as he, Rolf, and Lonnie joined in the applause. "You should be proud of yourselves," Rolf said, giving a nod of approval. "Thanks, sweeties, so did you." Lucinda gave them a group hug. "We better get out there before they start a riot," advised Sabrina. Lucinda quickly brushed her hair with her hands and hurried toward the stage stairs, stopping when she was only halfway. "Wait a minute!" She turned around, facing the Nightriders with a beaming smile, which hinted of a brilliant idea. "Axel, why don't you join me on the next song?" Axel shrugged. "Oh, I don't know, Lucinda. This moment belongs to you girls." "Right, and I want to share it with you," replied Lucinda. She stepped forward and gently rubbed her hands against the side of Axel's scaly face. "Besides, Axel, the fans would love it." Axel sighed.
I suppose so."
The audience erupted in applause as Lucinda, Melissa, Janet, and Sabrina assumed their positions on the stage. "This next song I'm going to take on with the help of one of my very special friends. Would you please give Axel Rains another warm welcome?" The audience erupted in applause, chanting Axel's name. Axel gave the metal horns and stuck out his forked tongue, trying to hide the red blush on his green scaly face. Indeed, he had not anticipated receiving such a warm reception from the audience. Melissa began the energetic acoustic intro on her guitar, which was soon followed by Lucinda's distorted electric guitar, the booming of Janet's bass, and the thunderous drumming of Sabrina. The audience erupted with applause in recognition of their favorite song. Axel and Lucinda both exchanged verses of the song and sang in unison for the final chorus. Rolf even came out and added another solo to the song as Lonnie monkeyed with Sabrina's drums. Once the band hit the final notes, the audience continued to applaud, giving a standing ovation. Lucinda blew the audience a kiss while saying, "Thank you!" She then raised Axel's hand, pointing at him, encouraging the audience to continue their cheering. Flameheart and all of the Nightriders then joined hands and gave a final bow. As Axel held Lucinda's hand, he could not help but notice that she wore a metal wristband with an all-too-familiar S inscribed on it.
It was no coincidence that you girls just so happened to cross our path when we were about to become zombie food. Am I right?
Smiling, Lucinda gave Axel a wink and then kissed him on the cheek. "There are no such things as coincidences, my friend." After the show, the Nightriders, exhausted, could not wait to get back to their room. They were walking toward the now trashed Happy Hotel entrance. "That's gotta be one of the best shows I've ever seen," someone said, standing behind them. Axel, Rolf, and Lonnie turned around to see Mac standing there clapping. Axel hardly recognized Mac without the warlock getup. Instead, Mac had resumed his rocker attire in leather and shades.
Mac, what the heck are you doing here?
Rolf asked in surprise. "Well, this might sound a little dumb, but I just wanted to give you guys a heartfelt apology for going off the deep end. Mac shook his head while looking at the ground. I am so ashamed of my actions, and I just don't understand why you never turned me into the authorities. Rolf walked over and put his hand on his shoulder. Because I feel like we all played a part in this. Rolf paused and swallowed. Especially me. Oh, come on, Rolf. No, I mean it, Rolf said. I wasn't there for you, buddy, and that's something I'm always going to regret. I don't know what to say. Mac looked ashamed. There's nothing else to be said. We've all said our apologies, and now it's time for us to move on and learn from this, I guess. Rolf smiled. Yeah, Mac agreed in a low voice.
Whatever happened to that helmet of yours, Mac?
Axel interjected. I don't know, Mac replied, curiously raising a brow. Why do you ask? Axel glanced over to see Rolf scoffing at him. Don't even go there, Axel. Nightriders is a band, not a gimmick act. If you want to start going all Viking on me, you best start seeking employment elsewhere. Axel shook his head.
No, I was just...
His thoughts froze as he realized Mac and Rolf had not made the same observations as him concerning the influence of the helmet. Axel awkwardly chuckled, putting his hands on Rolf and Mac's shoulders.
Forget it. How about we all just go down to Buzzy's and get ourselves an Eggman?
Snow cone for me, Lonnie said, licking his lips. What a great idea. We just need to drop off some gear in our hotel room. Then we can all head to the van. Axel nodded his head, satisfied with the conversation diversion. After all, the helmet was lost. It did not matter anymore. I'll help with the luggage, Mac offered as he picked up one of the guitar cases. The Nightriders entered the messy disaster that had become the Happy Hotel. As they ventured down the hallway, they ran into Mr. Anderson, the wild dog that had earlier attacked Axel.
How's it going?
Greeted Axel cheerfully. Mr. Anderson sighed. Been better. I don't know why, but I woke up all tied up with this terrible headache.
That's crazy,
Axel said, trying to appear surprised. Rolf unlocked the door as the four entered their room. The place was still a mess from their previous scuffle with Zombie Anderson.
Oh man, something tells me we're gonna have to pay extra for room service,
Axel groaned. Rolf, Lonnie, and Mac brought down a load of their luggage as Axel attempted to straighten up their room. Axel bent over to grab the suitcase he had placed underneath his bed. He stretched out his arm, but instead of feeling his suitcase, he felt two large tusks and heard a loud shriek. Woo! Axel fell backward in disbelief. To his relief, he saw Mr. Whaley's head peer out. Oh, Axel, it's you! Mr. Whaley blushed as Axel stared at him speechless. Are the zombies gone? Outside, two pairs of menacing eyes observed the Nightriders unloading the van. They remained hidden behind the dark-tinted windows of a black car across the street. This is not good, a deep voice said. He knows too much.
Master will be most displeased,
a high, raspy voice said. He pulled a pistol out of his jacket.
Shall I eliminate the threat?
No, the deep voice ordered. I believe it would be wise to confer with the High Master first on this one.
As you wish,
the raspy voice said as he reluctantly returned the gun to his jacket pocket. He then started the engine, and the black car rolled away.
Ominous cliffhanger. Well, that's it. That's all she wrote. Or all Kyle wrote, that is. But before you start sobbing over the story being over, keep your eyes peeled for the sequel of Battle of the Bands. The battle continues. What an imaginative name. Thanks to everyone who stuck it out and saw this awesome adventure to its end. This is King Rex, the Master Storyteller, signing out.